Hi everyone, Emily here. I went to the Dollar Tree today and I bought these envelopes. I decided I wanted to try these white envelopes from the Dollar Tree, so they are $1.25. There's 50 of them in here. I won't use that many on a book, so I should get like maybe 6 or 7 books out of it, depending on how many pages I want it to be. And I just really completely tore up this little box, which I am going to use to make a little book. So I will use this box. So let's see, I think I'm going to use 1, 2, 3, 4. I think I'll do with 5. And then I could also make a cover for this. So these are small, and I'm going to get my B7000. And let's see. I did do a tutorial on making these. I think I did, because I did make some, but then I watched somebody else and they did it a different way, and I'm like, oh my gosh, it looks really cool, because I don't think I did mine like this. So maybe after I get done, I will be sewing these into a jacket. Oh, you know what? I could use this for the jacket, because it's the perfect size. Oh, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to use this for a jacket and use these for my pages inside. I could do this and put a piece of paper here. Oh, I like that idea. Okay, so yeah, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to use probably not all of the envelopes, but I'm going to make quite a few. Okay, so you saw how I did that. I just took all of them out. Okay, so I took the envelopes and I just put one right inside the other. So then when I glue it and I put it inside that book, and I make that into a book, I will sew it in. I really like that. So yeah, that's what I'm going to do. So let's glue the first one in. I think I'm going to take the glue and I'm going to do the flap that's going to go into the other one first. Okay, so I'm going to carefully slide it in. That was really simple. Is that right where I want it to be? Just to come out a little bit. Okay, that looks pretty good. Okay, I need a towel. Whoops, oops, oh my goodness. Okay, get that little bit of glue off there. And all I'm going to worry about right now is putting these envelopes together. And then I'm going to worry about decorating them. And I really like this this glue. I do like to use Elmer's glue sometimes, but sometimes when I use it on the paper, it seems to make it all ripply, and I don't want these ripply. So you watched how I did this first one. Ugh. I got a little mess going on right there. So you saw how I did this first one, and I'm just going to let it dry. And I'm going to continue to go ahead and glue the other ones together, and then I'm going to sit back and let them dry a little bit, and then we'll work from there. I'm really excited that I bought these envelopes, because this is just going to be a fun journey, fun project for me. So let me glue the other ones together just like this one, and I will be back. Okay, so I made quite a few. I probably won't use all of these, but I thought, I'm just going to keep gluing them together. Maybe I'll make another one, just like the one we're doing here. So I really like this idea, and I like how they open. So let's go ahead and cut this box, and we want it to look like a book. I'm going to leave the back, which would be the back part of the book together. I want to cut the top out and all around the edge so that it looks like a book. This envelope box, it is very shiny. So it doesn't even really feel like 100% cardboard, if that makes sense, because the outside of this is shiny and it doesn't feel like the cardboard on the inside. But that's okay, because we're going to make this work. I'm really excited to do this. I like to start something, like if I don't really know what I'm doing, and just start it and take off from there. And that's kind of what this project turned out to be. I just knew that when I went to the Dollar Tree today that I wanted to get envelopes and just do something fun with them. And these were $1.25 because we know that Dollar Tree raised their price to $1.25. So I hope they don't keep raising their prices. But they have some good stuff that you can use at the Dollar Tree.
There you go.
So I'm just going to cut this up real nice, and then we will start getting it decorated. I am going to use my tissue paper I purchased at Hobby Lobby. I got a big huge package of different colors at Hobby Lobby. I think the purple that I'm going to use today is from Walmart. Green is my favorite color, but I think we're going to go with purple today. This looks really good. I'm really happy with it. It's not as thick as a cereal box. It's a little bit more flimsy. But it looks really good. It looks like a book cover. I really like this purple. I'm really hoping that it's enough to cover the front of this envelope box. This is a very pretty color.
Okay, what about the dinosaur?
So I'm just going to take this and I'm going to curl it up in a ball. That way when I open it up, you can see all the wrinkles. That is what I want. I want a nice texture on the outside of my book. And I'm thinking I might want to take it over the edges and do the inside also. Mainly because I kind of just want it to look really pretty. I might put something over the top of it. Now, to make the mixture, I'm just going to take a little container. Now, I put some water in it, and you can't see it, but I'm looking at how much water I have in it. So I want 2 parts glue and 1 part water. So I'm going to dump the glue in until I see it go up 2 more parts, and then I'll stop putting glue in. Now, Elmer's glue is water-based, so you can save the leftover glue in this container. And I do have a lid that's airtight. I have not ever done this before. However, I did see treasure books do this, and this is the mixture, how she measured it and how she did her glue. So this is my first time doing this with Elmer's glue, and I'm hoping that it will make it easier so that when I am putting the glue onto the paper, that it doesn't rip easily. I have used it in the past and I used Mod Podge, and maybe that is just a little too thick. It did cause the paper to rip a little bit, so I'm hoping that it doesn't do that this time today. And I'm also going to make sure that I have quite a bit of moisture on my paintbrush. I don't want it to get dry and catch it and rip it. And if it does rip, I'll just take a little piece, tear it, and put it on there. But I don't want it to rip right off the bat if I can help it. This mixture looks really good. It is really runny, but that's kind of what you want. You want it to be nice and runny. I'm going to take it. I'm going to put it right on the top of this box. And then I'm going to put that purple paper right over the top. So putting the glue on the box now will make the paper nice and moist and stick it right to it. It's just going to glue it right to this box. Like I said, it's a little glossy and a little different than the cereal boxes that I have used in the past. So I just hope it comes out really nicely. I'm really excited to see how this is going to come out. Just going to goober it on here. I kind of want it to, I don't want to, I don't want it to go into the cover. I just want it to lay on top so that I will be able to put this paper right over the top. That's really nice. I mean, I can feel the moisture underneath the paper, and I do want to keep as much of the crinkles and the folds as I can. I really like that look. Now I'm going to start to just put it on the top.
That was not it.
And so make sure that you have quite a bit of your glue mixture on your brush, and just put it on the paper. And this color I don't think you can see real well because it almost doesn't even look like I'm wetting it, but I am putting quite a bit on, and I'm making sure that my brush is staying constantly wet. You can still see through it. I'm not really happy about that, so I think what I'm going to do is I am going to put another layer, maybe 2 more layers of the paper on top. This color is really pretty. So I'm being really generous with this glue. I think I'm just going to rip the paper from around the outside and put another layer on top. So I want to make sure that there's a lot of glue on top so that I can put another sheet right over the top. It wants to come up around the corners where it's wet, so I'm trying to make it stay down so I can fold it around the corners of the book. And you can see that if you do rip it or get a hole, you can just put another piece right over it and put some more glue on the top, and it will hold it right down. And it looks really pretty because it gives you some extra folds and wrinkles in your project. Now, I have my project sitting on another piece of paper. You might want to put yours on plastic. I'm not too bothered about that piece of paper underneath, because no matter what happens to it, I'll still cut it up and use it for something in my project or another project. So you can see that I put the paper right on top, and I'm just going to put some more glue on top so that it holds down. I just didn't want to be able to see everything underneath. So I'm going to speed it up so you don't have to watch me do it in slow-mo, and enjoy. I am really enjoying myself. I love creating and just feeling like I'm doing my own thing. Alrighty, so I let it dry for a few hours, and I think it looks pretty good. The outside has the 3 coats because I wanted it to cover. Right here, it kind of looks like it didn't stay down, so I might put some more glue on that. However, this looks pretty good, and I'm going to leave it like this. I'm pretty happy with it. Right here, you see it folds really well. I'm not going to put all of these envelopes in here, but they fit in here really well. The reason I'm not going to put all these in here is because once I start filling them up, I don't want the book to be all too big and fat. So I'm not sure how many I'm going to put in, because I do want to decorate them, and I don't want it to be too puffy. So I will decide that later. But I was thinking, I got a little rip here with the paper, but I can see it, but that's okay. So I was thinking I wanted to put something here to make it a little bit more sturdy when I start sewing those in. So I was thinking that I would put this purple here just to reinforce it. And then when I sew, I think I'm going to do this side. Then when I sew it, it will have more reinforcement. Let's see here. I'm going to get a pencil here. And I'm going to cut it down. This really is a pretty quick project, I think. Letting it dry. I don't like to let stuff dry. I don't want to take the time. I want to start, get it done, and just have fun. So I guess if you had a day where you just wanted to get them all ready, that would be awesome. Okay. Now, I think I'm just going to go ahead and glue this down. I'm going to be kind of generous with my glue. And I'm just going to stick it right down. And I've never put this down before and then tried to sew through it, so this will be a learning curve for me. Just stay down really nicely. Same color as the book itself. You know, this is dried for a few hours, and so I think it really does need to dry a little bit more. And like I said right here, I really want to put some more glue because it just looks like it's not staying down. And that glue mixture that I made, it will stay good because the Elmer's glue is water-based, and so I can just keep it in here. And I just don't want to do it right now. I might have to wait and do it when I'm done for the evening so it has all night to dry. I am going to take one of the envelopes that came in this box, the ones that I'm going to use, so I can put it here. And this is what it's going to look like when it's in it right here. And I want to use this to mark where I'm going to sew. Okay. I'm going to do a 3-hole sew. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to do it my way. Okay. I think, I don't know. I think, you know what? I think I want to do maybe 4 or 5. I think I want to do one. I think I want to sew it here. And one here. And then one in the middle. And I'm just guessing it. I'm not measuring anything. So now I'm just going to put this here. And I have 1, 2, 3, 4. So this is going to mark where I'm going to sew mine in, and I'm only going to put 4 envelopes in here. And I do think, I mean, I could decorate my envelopes before. There we go. I'm sorry, I keep hitting this, and I want you to be able to see what I'm doing. Okay. So you can see that I made my lines so they're nice and straight. And I'm going to put 4 envelopes in. I'm going to get my needle, and I'm going to go ahead and poke my holes. Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and poke my holes. I purchased this on Temu, and it's to do book binding. And I haven't even taken it out yet. I really wanted one of these because I was hoping it would make it a lot easier to do these holes. So this is my first time using this. I was just using like a large needle that I was using to sew with my crocheting, to sew my yarn. And I just want to be really careful because get didn't go through yet because this cardboard is, whoops, there we go. There we go. It went through. This cardboard still seems to be a little damp from the glue. There we go.
What? That is totally weird.
So it's not, it doesn't seem to be too hard at all to poke through here. And this tool is making it a lot easier. I haven't poked myself with it yet, but I'm assuming it's super sharp. I can't remember how much I paid for this on Temu. I've had it for a while. I haven't really had a chance to use it. Okay. And it came with wax thread. And I usually use embroidery thread. Maybe I'll try this. From what I hear on YouTube is that this, with the wax, goes through the holes a lot nicer. So I think I'm gonna, I don't want to waste it because there isn't that much. Okay, let's see. These are some pretty big needles. And they're going to make some hefty holes in this. I guess we'll give it a try. So I'm just going to go ahead and put it on here regular. I'm going to leave it attached. I'm not going to cut it. I'm going to wait till I get done. I am really new at this, so I'm just giving you ideas on how to do it. Here's my first envelope, and I'm going to place it in the book, right where I want it. I am going to have my yarn or my string come out here, and I'm going to tie my knot here. I prefer to do that because I want the back of this to be nice and clean. I don't want nothing hanging out. So I'm just going to put it here and decide where the middle is. Okay. So I'm going to come up here to the top. And you know, I think I'm doing this wrong because I think I'm supposed to put the envelope on here when I do the holes. So I might be doing a little bit different than you're probably used to seeing. But I'm going to come up here. I'm going to come all the way down to the bottom. My hole is all the way down here. So I poked my hole in there. Okay. I know I'll catch my groove in a minute. Okay. So, okay, I dropped it. I finally got it picked up. Okay. So now I'm just going to go right into this middle hole. I'm going to come out into the middle, go in the hole. I'm ready to pull it all nice and tight. I'm going to go underneath there because I want this to be on each side, so when I tie a knot, it will be secure. Okay, so I don't think that I need all this here, so I'm just going to pull it tight. See how nice that looks here on the back? And all of them will look like this. And 4 pages doesn't sound like a lot, but once you start decorating it, it's going to get big and full. Okay. I do like this string being wax coated. So I did a normal knot, and then the second knot, I'm going to just wrap it around twice and then pull it. Here we go. Okay, so I'm just going to cut it right like this. And I think it gives it a little bit of character. I really like it. So my first page is in. Looky there. I know it's going to look like there's a lot of space, but I have plans. I'm thinking I'm going to put a pocket here. And I'm going to decorate this. And I maybe put some lace here that's going to stick out the sides. And then I can put a few things inside here. And I'm just going to decorate it. And I don't want it to be too puffy. And even after I get done sewing this up, I can still go ahead and put some more glue on there. And I don't need this to be totally perfect because I'm pretty happy with the way it looks. I want it to look very vintage. Okay. So that's how I did my first one. And you're going to do that the next 3 times for the next 3. Of course, if your booklet is a different size, you can put in as many pages. And you can do this with paper. It doesn't have to be envelopes. Okay. So I think with this next one, because I don't want it to be far off, I'm kind of looking to see how it is with that one next to it with this envelope. And I'm just going to put a little mark. I'm really not too worried about you being able to see that because it's, you know, once it's in here, you won't be able to see it as well. I'm going to start from the middle. I can see right where that mark is. And I'm going to go right into the middle here. And when you're doing it at home, it probably won't look as goofy or as hard because I am truly trying to take my time and show you. And it's easier when you're just doing it yourself and you don't have a camera going. So I'm going to bring it out the top. My mark is right here, so I'm just going to go in that mark. This is not very sharp. Ow! It's not very sharp. Bring it in. I bring it out, whichever way you want to say. And then I'm going to go down here, and I'm going to do my bottom. So I'm going to skip over the middle and go right to the bottom. And then I'm just going to put it in that hole. That very last one down below. And pull it through. I'm going to come up to the top. And I'm just going to look because I want to come up, but I want to go right back in that same hole.
You're making that.
And I'm not going to worry about coming through. Oops. I'm not going to worry about it coming out on the other side of that string because I'll just make sure it's correct before I tie my knot. So, put it in here and check. It doesn't matter if it's loose because I am just going to pull it all tight. So I just want you to see me do it one more time. And then I'm going to do the other 2 off camera and then I will come back. Okay, so I have all of them in but the last one. And I thought I would just get on here because I just kind of start going, doing my own thing. So if you wanted to do it an easier way than I just did it by marking everything, you could put your envelope right where you want it. And you could poke your holes. I mean, I haven't had a problem doing it the way I just showed you, but if you are worried about it not coming out correctly, you could put the envelope here. And mark it. And then take this, turn it over, and poke your holes. So then you don't have to make the needle go through it. You already have at least a little bit of a hole already started, and it will go through easier. I'm sorry, I kind of do things my own way, and I'm sure you do too once you start doing something and you get a little bit comfortable. I'm really new at doing this, but I think I have it in my head what I'm doing, and sometimes I just don't. So see, now it just made it a lot easier, and it's brainless, so because now I just know where I'm going in at. So I just thought I'd give you that little tip so you didn't watch and go, my goodness, she doesn't never measure or do anything like that. She is a crazy lady. So, but I really enjoy doing this. I think this is so much fun. Okay, I'm going to make that hole because I'm going in from this side instead of the other side where I poked through. There we go. My hole's already made. And I'm just going to skip the middle and go all the way down to the bottom. It did make it a lot easier. You can see the back looks really good. I think the back looks very nice. Look at that. Okay, this side, once I pull it tight, maybe it won't be as close to the other one. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make sure it's on both sides of that string. And I'm going to pull this one. Whoops. I'm going to pull this one this way and this one this way. So this one's going to tighten it this way, and this one is going to tighten it that way. I am going to take a look to make sure it's nice and tight, and it does look nice and tight. And I'm going to do a regular knot. And then I'm going to do my second one, and I'm going to wrap it around twice. And on this one, you know, I just feel like maybe doing one extra one just because you can do as many knots or the knots any way you want to. Here we go. That was my last envelope to sew in. Put my stuff away a little bit here. I have the philosophy, if I don't have a mess going on, I didn't get nothing accomplished. So I better clean it up or it will sit here until I do. And this little kit from Temu, I really like it. Okay, put that up. So now my little book is ready to be decorated. And I think I am going to do that in another video because tonight I think I just want to make sure that I have this all glued down. This right here, I do see I have a spot where you can see through, but you know what? I don't think I'm going to worry about that. I kind of just like the way it looks. I haven't decided if I'm going to put something on the outside. Here's my glue. So remember, you just need 1 part water, 2 parts glue. and your mixture, you can save it for a while. What did I do with all of mine? I don't see my paintbrushes, so I'm going to get a new one. It's a little one. And I'm going to make sure that I have quite a bit of liquid on here because I don't want to tear it. So just remember that the more glue you have on here, the less chances of ripping, because it will start ripping when it starts getting dry. And I guess I really haven't seen people do multiple layers with this paper. So this might be, this is a first for me. Well, no, I did do 2 layers on another book I did. However, I let the first layer dry. I didn't just keep putting it on while it was wet. But I did find it really easy to do that when it was wet. Okay. I mean, this is nice and wet, but for some reason it just doesn't look like it wants to stay down. But I'm really happy with it. So I'm going to do another video. I'll post another one of me decorating this. But right now I just wanted to do the video to show you how I make the outside of my books. And I probably will do another one of the same exact thing, or maybe something a little bit different, because I just love the way this turns out. I'm trying to press it down. I want it to stay down. I don't think it needs it anywhere else, but you know, sometimes you just can't help yourself and you got to put it everywhere. But I'm really happy with this. So please comment below. Let me know what you think. And if you could like and subscribe, and you can come back and watch me decorate it. Done with that glue, and I'm going to save it. So this might not be perfect, but I'm really happy with it. And I'm happy with the inside, and I can't wait to start decorating. Well, you have a great day. Stay safe. I hope this inspired you to try something new or to continue doing something you're already doing now. Have a great day. Remember, you're wonderful, and I will be back soon. Thank you. Bye.